everyone. So today I got the DIOR delivery of all of their new releases. I can't wait to try them all on. I do have all of them in here, but today we will be looking at all 6 of the new liquid highlighters. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to apply the liquid highlighter to my eyelid and my cheek, one on each side, a colour each side, so you can see them. And I will finish with 2 together, and I'll show you why at the end. And before I get started, if you're new here, hi, my name's Hannah. I'm 47, I'm not a professional, I'm just somebody who loves makeup. And here on my channel, I love to share with you my favourite products, my favourite looks, and any news and tips I might have that you might be interested in. If you think you'd enjoy this, please like and subscribe below. It really does help my channel a lot. And on to the video. So DIOR has released 6 of these, and I'm just going to read from their website. It says this is their very first DIOR Forever liquid highlighter, a true concentration of light in a bottle, which brightens and enhances the complexion with a spectacular, instant and long-lasting glow. It's infused with ultra-fine, luminous, pearly pigments. DIOR Forever Glow Maximiser bathes the complexion in a healthy glow effect that lasts all day long. It's fine and fresh, easy to blend texture, fuses seamlessly with the skin to reflect light and a no makeup effect. Its formula is composed of 92% natural origin ingredients, and it's infused with iris extract, which hydrates the skin for 24 hours. These highlighters can be worn on the face alone, just to brighten the complexion, or they can be used as an addition to your makeup. These are multi-purpose, so they can be used just as a highlighter, or they can be used as blush, bronzer, and as an eyeshadow, which is some of the things I would like to test today. So each bottle contains 11 millilitres and it costs £36. The packaging is very heavy, very luxe. It does feel like a very substantial product, to be fair. So this first one I'm showing you is pink. Let's look at the doe foot. This is my very first time looking at this. It literally just came through the post. It's quite a deep doe foot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some, I would not say this is a bronzer obviously, and obviously I'm not using it as an all over face highlight. So what I'm going to do is put some on my eye for you, so you can see just how this works on the eyes. That's a tiny dab. It does feel very wet actually. It's not a thick formula, it's definitely a very light, wet formula. Well, that's very easy to put on the eye, isn't it? It's not showing up a lot, but the whole concept of this is that it's just natural, no makeup day. A little bit on the eye. I do have a bit of bronze cream in the crease of my eye, but nothing else. The eyelid is completely blank today. That's really pretty, isn't it? Just see if I can build up the colour a little bit. No, I don't think it can be built up much, to be fair. I think that's probably about it, but that is what we're expecting, isn't it? From a natural highlight. That is a really pretty shade. I'm going to now put some on my cheek, and this should be serving, I have no blusher on, so this should be serving as a blush and a highlight all in one for me today. Let's just see how this applies. It's worth noting that now with my very first application I do have a bit of powder on, which obviously will be removed for my next application because I will have to remove this. So we're seeing here how it applies on top of powder. I'm not going to town here to be perfectly accurate because I'll be taking this straight off to show you the next one. But this is to just give you an idea. Oh, that is really pretty. Isn't it lovely, the 2 together? If you take a bit more lower down the cheek, just to give a bit more pink to the whole cheek. Very quick. I mean, if you're looking for a very, very quick makeup look, this is going to be perfect, isn't it? Just throw on a bit of foundation, this on the eyes and cheeks, no blusher needed. And then I would do this, I think, with the eye to the cheeks so they really match up with no gaps. So we have it. That is pink. That is lovely. I really like that. Well, that's a good start. I'm not going to put mascara on and eyeliner until the very end for my last look, because my eyes can't tolerate it, but I really wanted to show you all 6 colours, so I hope that's okay for you to just see today. Yeah, lovely. I'm also going to find out how easy it is to remove, seeing as I'll have to remove it. So the next shade I'm showing you is Peachy. This one is the one I was drawn to the most. I love peach colours. So let's try this on the eye. Oh yeah, I like that colour. I was dabbing it to be very careful, but to be fair, you can just work with this very fast and very easily without much caution at all. So it's very nice on the eyes. It's a very quick look. And how often do you just go, whoop, that's my eyes done? Lovely. I'll just take a bit off the tip there, put it onto my brush to add a bit more. Yeah, I think that's about it really. Really, really pretty. Obviously, when you're adding in eyeliner and mascara, that's going to really change the effect. And I would put a bit of white highlighter at the top in the corner here for a pop. Yeah, beautiful. I would also run the same colour slightly underneath my eye, which I will do at the end like I said. And now let's do peach on the cheek. I just love this colour so much. Oh yeah, that is pretty. Now this for me is a really nice summer sort of shade, even though I'd love to wear peach all year to be fair, because I love peach. And do the same as I did with the first one, just go across the eye up to the sort of edge here and then down the upper part of my cheek, so it's all sort of blended together. Oh, that is lovely. I really like this one. I mean, the pink is pretty, very pretty. It might suit me better even, but I don't know. I love the peach. What do you think? So there we go, that's peach. I'm now going to remove these and we will move on to the next 2 colours. So I've wiped that all off. I've got concealer and foundation back in place, but no powder this time. It removed extremely easily. It's just like having a thin sort of foundation on your face. As it describes, it's very, very thin, very natural. I can see how it can go on as an all over sort of glow. So yeah, it just removes in a flash. Very, very easy. Not sure what that says about longevity, but anyway. This is Rosy. So this one is a deeper pink. This is the colour I'm not sure my eyes will look great with, but my cheeks maybe. Okay, we'll go that much and see what happens. I am using the same brush, I'm just cleaning it off in between. Actually, I like this. I didn't think the pink was going to be my sort of pink, but oh yeah, that is lovely. Obviously I've removed the brown powder now, so I'm going to take the colour a little bit higher so you can see that this is the only thing on my eyes. So if you imagine the eyeliner and mascara going on, oh, that's really nice. I like this a lot more than I thought I would. That is lovely. And I only say that because pink can just make me look a bit ill. So now blend this one out on the cheeks. Obviously it's a much deeper shade, so this one's working much better as a blush and a highlighter. I'd actually say it's taken me longer to blend out this one for some reason. And the last 2 I did on top of powder, whereas now we're going straight on top of a foundation. But anyway, it didn't take me much longer, just a tiny bit. Nothing really worth noting. So we're tapping over the eyes to just get it all to meet. Now I don't think I would build that up particularly, but I will, just so you can see. It's really nice, the idea of just being able to do eyes, blush and highlight in one hit, isn't it? It's perfect for those quick looks. I've just come back from a holiday with my family and this would have been so good, to be honest. I was using powders and I wish I hadn't, because the weather was very cold and my skin was very upset. And I needed a quick look and I shouldn't have taken powders. Just that last minute pack. And it was the wrong choice. This, oh, can you imagine in the summer going abroad, going somewhere where it's hot, wearing this? It's just perfect, absolutely beautiful. So here we are, this is Rosy. And now I'm going to try gold. This is a much lighter colour. It's more of a sort of tan really, isn't it? We'll see how it looks rubbed out. Yeah, that's a much softer colour. It's not showing up much on the eyes, to be honest. I think if you had a darker shadow in the background and then a deeper eyeliner here across the top near the eyelashes, this would show up a lot better. I will take a bit more though. You see, it does show up. Very, very subtle compared to the shade here. Yeah, built up, you can see it a bit more now. I think this would be really pretty with a slightly deeper shadow in the crease for me. Yeah, beautiful. And now let's try it on the cheek. I think my brush is empty. Yeah, there we go. Now this one's not going to offer much in the way of a blush. That just totally vanished into my face. Tiniest shine. Yeah, so this colour is very, very, very minimal, isn't it? So I've got to say this is definitely the one I like the least so far. But if you're just looking purely for something that's going to give a virtually invisible, not invisible, that's the wrong word, a shine that's just no colour. Well, there is a colour, you can see the gold, sorry. Now I've built it up, you can see a bit of the gold. So this is a lovely highlighter to finish off a look, but I don't think this serves in any way as a bronzer or as a blush. You can see the difference compared here. My cheek definitely needs a bit of blush. Could try it all over the cheek just to show you. Yeah, it's definitely showing up now. So it shows up very nicely as a highlighter, but not so much as a blush or a bronzer. And it's worth noting as well that these are not really that bad for showing up texture. I mean, they do show it. I do have a lot of texture. I'm nearly 50, so I can't really escape that. This is showing itself to be very mature skin friendly, I'd say. Very easy and very mature skin friendly, because I don't think on my eyes or on my cheeks these are emphasising texture. If they stay like that all day without needing anything doing, perfect. So I'll quickly wash this off and be back for the last two. So I've saved the darkest and the lightest to use till last, and that's because I'm going to use them together. And this one is called Bronze, so I'm going to try this on most of the eyelid, but leaving some of it spare to use the very light one on. And I'm going to also use it on the cheeks and on the forehead, just to see, can I get a bit of a bronzer from this, or is it just going to be too shiny? So I'm going to put bronze here. And immediately with this, you can see it's showing up in my crease much more, because it's just got that much more colour. Obviously not too much. You can definitely see this one a lot more than the last one, the gold. So I'm also taking this under the eye and blending out. So that's given me a nice bit of colour around the eye. And I've kept this bit here blank, and I'm going to use the lightest one at the end there. So I've done the same on the other eye, and now on the cheeks I'm actually going to put it lower. So it's more of a blush sort of bronze area, and I'm going to leave the top part free for the highlighter. And I'm going to try a little bit up here. Hopefully I'm going to have time to sort this out and it's not drying down, because the other ones didn't. You see this one's got a lot more depth. This is by far the deepest shade. This entire range is extremely good to suit all skin tones, because you'll be able to find a shade that you really love and use it the way that you most enjoy. As it's going in, it's definitely giving quite definitely giving more of a pinky shade on me. Not a bronze. So I don't know. My forehead is going to look bright red now, is it? Oh dear. Definitely not working as a bronzer up there, is it? It's too red. I'll have to sort that out, I think, with a bit of bronzing powder. So this is definitely not a bronze on my skin tone. No. Anyway, we shall continue. And as with all of them, I'm going to pat out here so it can meet. And now, without putting anything on the brush, I will come up to the top of the cheek just so that the edges blend a bit more nicely without any very obvious lines. I don't think I like this on my skin tone, to be honest. I think the pinks and the peach were much nicer, but this one is just not working very well for me. So I'm just popping a bit of bronzing powder over the top of this because it just was a bit too red on my skin tone. I also don't like the shine on my forehead, so for me that's definitely a no-go. I tried it, I didn't think it would work, and I hated it. So now I'm going into Pearly. So this is the absolute lightest one, and I'm going to pop a bit of this just here. I'm hoping this will just give me a little bit of shine. Take it to the inner corner and then across the lid to finish my eye off. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? It's got a real shine to it. I love that. Oh yeah, this is lovely on the eyes. I love that on the eyes, you know. I think this would look really nice as well with a peachy one on the eye as well, but I think it's working very nicely with bronze. Just taking a little bit and I'm going to run it underneath my eyelid as well. Oh yeah, it works for that. I'm going to run it under my eyebrow, not my eyelid. Do you know what? They do feel so nice on the skin. It's almost like a sort of soothing effect. It's just very, very pleasant on the skin. It does have that sort of faint Dior classic smell, but probably less strong than most Dior products, I would say. I love that on the eyes. I'm not sure if it's going to be a bit too sparkly and a bit too white on the cheeks. I'm now going to try it as my highlight. You can see how white that is, can't you? So let's see. Oh, actually, it's blending in nicely. It looks very white as you first tap it on. Whoa, that is a powerful one, isn't it? Maybe a little bit over the top for my cheeks. Oh, but I do like it. I do quite like over the top sparkle, but I think this one's a bit nicer on the eye than it is on the... I don't know. I can't quite decide. As it catches the light, it is a little bit crazy. And I think it shows up texture a bit more than any of the others did. Extremely shiny. And obviously this one is not a blush. They might be multi-purpose, but this obviously only serves as a highlighter. I'm using my Givenchy Prisme Libre shade 03, as I always do, which might just help to, oh yeah, that's rescued me as always. That's definitely improved things there. So that's definitely the way to go. It's a little bit is all you need, unless you want to shine brighter than anything else in the world for a whole day. Pretty. So I've gone off camera and I've done my mascara, and I put a little bit of dark brown powder to line under the eyes and a little bit here above, a tiny little wing, but that's it. I haven't powdered my face at all, and it's not sticky. In fact, I can't really feel anything. So I don't think it needs to be powdered at the moment. How well that lasts is another thing. I will pop a note below for you, because by the time I've edited this and got it out for you, I will have had it on for several hours, so I can let you know if it wore off or if I needed to powder, so do check my notes below. So this shade Bronze, I think, gave me quite a nice blush. I think it needs a bronze and not to be used as a bronze. Obviously it's the shade is called Bronze, so it doesn't mean it's a bronzer by any means, but they do say they're multifunctional and can be used for all these purposes. And on my skin tone, this actually comes out quite pink, as you saw, and it just doesn't work as a bronzer, and it's way too glowy and definitely more pink for my forehead. But I think it's very nice on the cheeks. I do need a little bit of powder bronzer to finish off the colour. And as we saw with this one, Pearly, this one is beautiful on the eyes. It really is. Works so well as across the whole eye and under the brow and in the inner corner. I love it. And it's really nice on the top of the cheekbones if you're very gentle. And now that I've powdered this section here and taken back where I put too much, I don't think it's particularly emphasising texture terribly. It does a bit because it's the brightest of the six, and it is very, very bright. So again, do you like these shades or not? I think I'm not sure if this would work on deeper shades, and I have a very fair skin and it's still a little bit too bright for me in a way, a bit silvery, but it is pretty. I do really like it on the eyes and I will definitely use it for that, but a little bit of caution on the cheeks. And it doesn't say to use this on the lips, and I certainly wouldn't advise applying it directly, especially if you're using it on the eyes because of hygiene. But I'm just going to take a little bit on my finger and dab it on my lips just to see if it works. I am wearing today a cranberry lipstick. It is lovely to apply, you know, it's so soft. Yeah, I think that works. It's given a bit of a shine, but it's emphasised every single line on my lips. So it works for the lips, but only if you want all your lines to show up like crazy. So, no. But to be fair, they don't advise using it on the lips, that was just me. So this has been on my eyes for quite some time now, and you can see that they're not settling. And they're still looking very good actually. It feels so lightweight on the eyes, slightly tacky to the touch, but nothing major, certainly nothing that bothers me, and I'm only aware of it as I tap. I can't really feel it on my eyes. You know, with cream shadows, how so often when you lift your eyes, especially if you've got hooded eyes, you get these lines. I'm not getting those at the moment, which is good. I will put in my notes below if that happened after a few hours, just so you know. So I'll let you know in my notes, just whether I needed to powder this down, whether it lasted and vanished, and I'll also let you know if this happened on the eyes and whether I needed to do a quick fix. So my overall thoughts on all 6 of these are they're all nice on the eyes, apart from maybe gold, which I wasn't that keen on, and gold didn't really show up on my face when I tried to use it as a blush and highlight. But this is actually a very nice single highlight, probably the best of the bunch for me if you're just going to use it for just dabbing here. Probably better than this Pearly one, which is just a little bit too much. So this one, gold, is the one I would recommend if you just want a pop of highlight here. And we know with Pearly White how I would use that one. And with bronze, I don't think this has a highlight function for me. This works as a glowy blush and it works as a nice eyeshadow. Rosy I think was beautiful. It's lovely as a one and done colour across the eyes, and it worked as a glowy highlight and blush all in one on the cheeks. So this is one of the best of the whole 6 for me. And to be fair, we're left with Peachy and Pink, and I think the same of those. So my top 3 would definitely be Rosy, Peachy and Pink, because all 3 of these look really pretty on the eyes and really pretty as a joint blush and highlight, which is perfect because these are the 3 that you could just stick on with a little bit of makeup and have a really quick, glowy, natural, lovely look. And I think these are worth the money. So overall, this new release from Dior has been quite a success for me. I'm very impressed with them actually. I think there's so much product in here as well, you will get an awful lot of use out of them, so I think they're pretty much worth the £36 price tag. You know, it is Dior, it's quality packaging, and I think these will last a long time because you do not need to use much. And I love the multi-purpose function of these for so many as we've seen, which is something you don't often get with products like this. So I would definitely recommend them, and I'd love it if you commented below to let me know which of the 6 shades do you most like. Will you be picking any of these up? If so, which one or how many? I think it was really difficult to choose, which is why I went for all 6 to be fair, and I really wanted to test the sort of multifunction on my skin tone, and I wanted to show you so that you'd be able to see, so you can see on me how they look before maybe you decide which ones to purchase. But this is a really pretty release from Dior and I'm very pleased with them. And tomorrow I've got another exciting Dior video coming your way because I will be testing out all of these other products. I've got the Forever Glow Star Filter in shade 0, which I will be starting out with tomorrow. And I got this Bronzer Glow, which is just launched, and this one is the pink bronze. And then the one I was most excited about, I've been watching this since the teasers came out. This is so pretty. I can't wait to show you this eyeshadow. And I haven't tried this yet. I'll be trying it for the very first time tomorrow. So if you'd like to see these new products on me, I'll be filming that for you and uploading it for you tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. And I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, please do like and subscribe below. It really does help my channel so much. And if you just say hi or anything below in the comment section, that really does help to boost my channel for me too. I really appreciate you being here, and if you're already subscribed and you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. And I hope to see you all for my next video. Bye!